And so that's part of where I see you at, like, and where I've seen you grow from there. And so the thing I know is, like, from that point where you were at to where you are right now, I know you had no clue you would be where you are right now, making the money you're making right now, having the experiences you're having right now. And so, can you just kind of talk about that? And then, because that's a success that you never thought you'd have. And then, obviously, we're talking about kind of some changes you were making. So, like, we're kind of like
Yeah.
parse that out. So, tell us a little bit about that kind of that story.
You are 100% right. It was not going well. Like, I was like, okay, cool. People could call them expired to save my owners. I was like, I'll call them. And I was calling them. I was like, what do you say to these people? I had no idea. And I was just like beating my head because I just quit my job, a decent paying job. And I was like, I started filling out my resume. And that's when I sent you a message on, I think it was LinkedIn or Facebook or something. And we're like, yeah, you're like, hey, let's chat at our 10-year reunion. And you were kind enough to come over in the middle of the event, sit next to me and just chat with me about it. And the event was 2 weeks later. And without a doubt, I was like, I know this guy. I trust this guy. He's doing things that I want to do. I'm just going to follow him. I was like, I don't know what this is. I'm just going to go. And so I went to that event. And hands down, the first day I was like, what the hell is this? It was just weird, right? It was like a weird first day because I was uncomfortable. I didn't know what I was doing. And by that third
I'm
day,
thinking back on that, knowing Kevin's got you up and down. We're walking on rocks.
yeah.
We're chanting things. Like, that's just hilarious. Kind of thinking of the outsider perspective of that.
I was like, I thought this was about real estate. I was like, what am I doing here? I was like holding the rocks. I was like screaming at a wall. I was like, this is insane. I was like, what? I was like, is this some like multi-level marketing scheme? Like, what did we just do? And I'll never forget, I was sitting in the back because I was so scared, right? Like I was nervous. I wasn't confident who I was. And by the end of that event, which was 3 days, I was like, I came home and I was just like, holy crap, my life just changed. I now have direction, right? Because you guys talked about like you had a lot of, I think Jerry, you said it, you have direction, but no clarity. I felt like my life was, all speed. I was running fast, I was moving, but I had no vector. I had no direction on where I was going. And so I was constantly just like all over the place. And when I walked out of that event, I had a framework of something that I knew would work because I knew that I could build a business based off all the relationships I've created by living here. I love talking to people. I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of relationships. And so when I heard that, I was like, that's how I want to build my business.